and she found herself rubbing the polished wood, the pads of her fingers stroking along the grooves almost in a caress. Startled, she examined the scores in the hard wood. It looked as if a large bird had dug talons deep into the railing, although the marks were old and the innkeepers kept the intricately carved balcony polished and free of splinters. She inhaled the night air and stared up toward the top of the mountain. Somewhere up there was her goal. She had no idea what drove her to come to this particular spot, but she trusted her instincts. She needed to climb to the top and find whatever it was that wouldn't let go of her. Thick mist hid the mountaintop, enveloping the peak in an impenetrable cloud. Whether the cloud was natural condensation or a preternatural warning made no difference. She had no choice but to climb the mountain. The compulsion driving her was far too strong to ignore. Natalya took a last look toward the swirling white mists and headed back into her room. There was no point in putting it off. She'd spent the last week mingling with the people in the village, establishing friendships with a few of the women and getting a feel for the area. She found she needed human companionship, although her life was very solitary. She enjoyed the time spent with the local women and had gleaned quite a bit of information from them, but she was always saddened that her friendships could never go beyond the surface. It made for a lonely life, and she yearned to belong somewhere. To let someone like the innkeeper, Slavica Ostoyi, know who and what she was, just so Natalya could have the luxury of being honest with someone she truly liked. The hall and stairs were narrow, leading to the sitting room below. The room opened into the dining hall on one end and a bar on the other. Many of the locals drank beer in the evening and visited together after a hard day's work. She waved to 2 or 3 people she recognized, her gaze automatically scanning the rooms, noting exits, windows, and, above all, new faces. Several men sitting at the bar glanced at her. She catalogued the lined faces, the friendly smiles and assessing glances, filed them away just in case she met up with them again. One pair of eyes flicked over her face, giving her pause. The perusal was quick, but it was thorough. He was reading her in the same way she was reading him. He certainly noticed the backpack with the double Arnie sticks and her ornate walking stick. Natalya turned away with a quick smile for the owner of the inn, grateful she could make her exit gracefully. If there was a sentry watching, she didn't want him to know her plans. Slavica. She took the innkeeper's hands in hers. Thank you so much for the wonderful meal. She spoke in English because Slavica worked hard to perfect her language skills and always practiced. Deliberately, she led the woman away from the bar to a more secluded spot in the sitting room where prying ears would not be able to overhear their conversation. I'm heading up into the mountains, and I'm often gone for days at a time while exploring. Don't worry about me. I'll return eventually. Give me a week at least before you panic. Slavica shook her head. It is after sunset, Natalya. Here in the mountains and forests there can be... She hesitated, searching for the right word. Unrest. It's better if you explore during the day when the sun is bright and there are people around you. She looked up and met her husband's eyes across the room and smiled. Natalya instantly felt a pang of envy. She loved to watch the innkeeper with their husband Mirko and their daughter Angelina together. Their love for one another was always so obvious in the small little glances they exchanged and their many touches as they brushed by one another when they worked. I've gone out every evening and you've never objected, Natalya reminded her. And nearly all of those times were after sunset. Slavica gave her a faint smile. I feel the difference tonight. I know you will think I'm superstitious, but something is not right this evening, and it is better you stay here with us. She patted Natalya's arm. There is much to do here. Mirko will play chess with you. He is quite good, or I will teach you more about the local herbs and how to use them to heal. Slavica was a trained nurse and renowned for her healing skills throughout the district and for her knowledge of the local healing herbs and how to use them.